Welcome to Coding Oak. This video I will show you how to make a serverless webhook. This demonstration will use GitHub, Discord, and what we'll do is we'll have some sort of event on GitHub cause a webhook event on Discord. You could call it a bot, something that is like a Discord bot. And so yeah, this is what they mean when they talk about, bot notifications, whether it be on Discord or like Slack. So in order to do that, you have to make a webhook, and the tech stack we'll be dealing with is the Google Cloud Platform, or you could call it the Cloud Console. And of course we have Discord, GitHub, and that's really about it. Internet, you need internet connection. But yeah, so that's all we need here. There's really no code editor because I'll be providing the boilerplate code for it. I'll have a link to just some code from GitHub that can help you out. So I think first thing we need to do is wrap our mind around what's going on here. So this is my Discord channel. And this is what like a basic looking bot will look like when you go to set up your webhook. The way you set up your webhook would be you would go to your channel, you click up here, and then you would go down to, let's see, I think server settings, integrations, webhooks, right? Click this. This is where you would go to create a new webhook. Click that. And then let's say I want to post one into the general. So you give your webhook a name here, whatever you want. Call it like new bot. And this is where you would go to copy your webhook URL right here. And I'll show you where that webhook URL goes. I'm going to copy it again, and then let's just paste it back into that file we were playing with. Okay, it's a pretty long string there, but this will put into the Google Cloud code. Okay, and let's just quickly show what GitHub is up to. Okay, so when you make a webhook, I'll go back to here. I'll go back to the beginning here. Let's say we wanted to make a webhook on this repo project. We go to settings, click webhooks, and this is where we can add a webhook here. I already have one. Let's go to the one I've already made. And so this is where you would paste in the server URL, and so I'll show you how to make the Google server instance. And then here is where you would put /GitHub here, and that's important for sending a good looking payload body. And you can see the payload body when you click, I think here I have some recent deliveries. This is the payload, right? This is all the information that GitHub can send to help you make some good looking webhooks. And so that's why you would add GitHub to the end to kind of to help to make that payload body. So let's make the Google Cloud. I'm going to go scroll down here so you see more of the. See, you can select everything here. You can select for any event, but I have it more specific because I only want to send a webhook for if somebody stars a repo. So I hope you see how you could set up the GitHub webhook here. We'll come back to this. And in your Google console, of course, you need a console account. Everybody should have one as long as you have a Google account. They might want you to enable your account, your console, and that usually means just handing over some credit card information. You should have about $300 of free credits. I recommend going into a project. You could have projects with all kinds of different functions in them. Pick a project or create a new project, and then you would create a function here. By the way, upper left corner, you can navigate the different tools in the console. If you're looking for cloud functions, I think you scroll down here, and you would find it under serverless, right? Cloud functions, cloud run. But we're doing cloud functions. This is where you would go to create a function, but we don't really need to worry about this because we'll go into the cloud function I created. It's going to take a little while. It's thinking. I need faster internet. One thing right off the bat I think you should get squared away is go to your permissions here. So before you start running into mistakes of permission not allowed, which I was having trouble with, some people might be fooled into thinking there's a CORS origins error going on. Make sure your permissions are squared away, and by that I mean you should have a permission in there called all users, cloud functions, invoker. So this should allow all cross-origin traffic coming into your function. So make sure you got this set up looking like this in your permissions. And then let's go into details. That's not really what I want. I'll show you kind of how I set up my configurations. Okay, so this what your runtime should look like. I probably don't even need 512. You might be able to get away with just 128 megabytes here. Timeout, this is all standard, default. This is default. This is all looking very much default. Your build, there's really nothing particular about build. Connections, we have allow all traffic. We're not dealing with some sort of work-related VPC here. Encryption, Google Manage encryption key. That's what I got there. And then you would click next here. This is a Node.js project, so you can select different templates they got here. This is a Node.js 16 project. And this is the boilerplate here. This is the code I got for the function. So again, I'll have this linked up in the description, so you don't necessarily have to rely on this. You'll be able to copy and paste some stuff. I have the Discord string abstracted out. Okay, I have it abstracted here because I created this env.js. So when we copied, okay, so when I went to here, when I copied that Discord string, that's this right here. It's the same one, so that's where you put it. And then that is invoked here in this code here. And we use this Axios package JSON. This is it. This is all the package JSON is, just Axios. And honestly, this function, I think I could have written it more compact, but I took so long, I was getting a little fed up. I just went with this pattern here, but it works. The function works. I invoke it down here. Yeah, so that's how that looks. And remember, when I go back to, I'll show you the trigger URL. It's thinking very hard for us. Okay, so this URL here, that goes here, right? This is GitHub payload URL, that goes here, and then you put /GitHub at the end. So I hope you see how that works. And that's really it. That's the setup. And so this is all nice, so you don't really have to have like your local Node.js on your computer running in order for your webhook to be hosted. You can instead just host it serverless on Google Cloud Console. And I think we could go ahead and make a demonstration. Let's go to our repository here, and you see that there's no stars here on this thread, but let's say I go ahead and star it. And there you go. Pops right up on Discord. Captain Hookbot was triggered. And I can unstar it, and it's not going to do anything because I unstarred it. This is programmed to only trigger when it gets starred. Go ahead and delete that. Just do it again. Why not? There you go. So yeah, I'll have the boilerplate in the description. And if you like the video, if you like this channel, please subscribe, and happy coding.